again. It's a rich thing.
I know that I am truly worthy and deserve to receive the good things in life, and I give myself permission to have them. It is time to enjoy the fruits of my labors. I aim to incorporate and embrace fun and joy in my life. I realize that all work and no play is a recipe for energy flow disruption and exhaustion. I allow myself to experience and receive more pleasure in my life, and I am flexible and open to change. I am receptive to embracing activities and events that come my way, even those I may have avoided in the past. All right, hair check. Yes, girl. You looking like Felicia, but you still beautiful. Don't let them tell you anything else. So before I can even think about going outside and skating and recording, I have to transfer documents from my SD card into my external hard drive. And this is going to allow me to have a free SD memory card for my camera. So that way I can just record and I have to worry about running out of storage. So that's what I'm doing this morning before I head out. It didn't take me long at all. I basically just transferred a whole bunch of documents over and then deleted some documents. So I'm packing up my camera equipment right now, and I'm putting it to my backpack that I'll be taking with me on this trip. A serious message to the women. If you can't take a deep breath in your bra, please give it away, throw it away, burn it, do something, but please don't wear it again. In a world of chaos and distractions, sometimes we miss enjoying the little things in life. Mother Nature provides freedom of the mind. We just have to seek and appreciate it. Alright, my hair is already frizzing. I don't care. It's a lot of hair. So I wanted to talk about getting out of your comfort zone, because clearly I'm out of my comfort zone right now. You know, being by myself out here, you know, at a park, like this big trail. I mean, there's so much land here, and you know, it's one of the bigger parks that they have here. And you know, I'm by myself, like anything can happen. But if I think that way, then I won't do anything by myself. So I have to get out of that mindset. I have to get out of that mentality that, you know, that I have to be so scared to be, you know, to be doing things like this as far as getting out of my comfort zone. Because if we let fear lead our life, what kind of life do you think you're gonna live if you're not trying anything new? You're not, you know, living your purpose, you know, that life that you always dreamed, that dream career that you always wanted. Like, if you let fear dictate your life, how are you going to accomplish those things? How are you going to get there with fear? What the fuck was that? Y'all, oh my god, like, oh my gosh, a whole bunch of like pigeons, I think, flew over me. Y'all had to have seen that in the clip. Alright, y'all, like, I don't like bugs and stuff, and I think that's why I'm a little jumpy right now. And I'm gonna just keep it 100 with y'all. Okay, and I'm not used to being like outside of around here, so like I'm not used to seeing these different types of things out here, types of animals and insects. So I feel like getting out of your comfort zone is gonna make you more independent. We gotta get out of our comfort zone, and I'm speaking for myself as well. Like, you know, I'm not just saying this to you guys and not applying it to myself. Like, I'm telling you guys and I'm applying it to myself. I will never say anything that I wouldn't do myself. I will never say anything and not do it. Because that's not me and that's not the person that I am. So everything that I'm saying it helps me. And then I'm hoping that it can help you guys as well. But I also want to say, like, being okay with being by yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are your own individuality. You're your own spirit, your own soul. And I said that on my post on Instagram. Like, at the end of the day, you really have yourself, okay? You are your own being. Like, you need to be okay with being with just you and your soul. Like, you need to be okay with that. You need to love to be by yourself and be okay with it, so that when other people are around you, it's just a bonus. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like you can enjoy it more by being with other people because you love being with yourself and you're okay with that. You know that when they leave, you're okay when you're by yourself again, you know? And I feel like when you're in a relationship too, you start to get, I'm speaking for myself, like, you know, I find myself that I get so attached to the point where I feel like I can't do things by myself. Like, I need that person to be with me. That shouldn't be the case. That should not be the case. Like, we shouldn't lose our individuality. We shouldn't lose our independence with being by ourselves. Like, we shouldn't lose that, because who were you with before, you know, you were in a relationship? You were by yourself. So don't forget that. You know, we have to learn to just be okay with being by ourselves. But I think now, at this point in my life, I am definitely learning to be more independent, because, you know, you reach a point where you're tired of, like, you know, of asking somebody to join you, and then they keep saying no, so that it's like you gain disappointments and you feel a little you feel disappointed, and then you feel some type of way about it because they didn't want to join you. But that's not their purpose. This is your purpose. This is what you want to do. So you need to go out and do it, whether that's, you know, by yourself or with somebody who understands your viewpoint, you know, who wants to lend a helping hand. But if they don't want to, like, then you got to do it yourself, period. Like, you have to do it by yourself, you know. And that's why I'm out here. I don't have anybody to come out here and be my photographer or, you know, hold my hand and be out here with me. Like, I have to be by myself and doing this. This is the life that I want. This is the lifestyle that I want to create for myself. So I have to put actions into my desires of the life that I want. Like, I have to be out here and I have to be doing this, you know. But it's not only for that purpose. It's not only for, you know, to live my purpose, but it's also like freedom for myself, like helping myself to learn how to enjoy my life and not live out of fear. And, you know, to help me mentally, physically, spiritually, this journey that I'm on, you know, for my career. And, you know, but also, like, to bring up fear too. Like, sometimes our biggest battle that we face is within ourselves. And I think that's really important to, like, grasp. Like, our biggest battle is with ourselves. We are constantly surrounded. We are constantly thinking and feeling and having, you know, emotions. Like, in a 24-hour time frame, like, we go through a lot of stuff. And if you're in a bad place, and when I mean a bad place, I mean your vibrations are low, your energy is low, you know, you're not loving yourself, you're putting that into existence so that it can continue to create, for jumping on the garbage can, oh my gosh. So when your vibration's low, your energy's low, you continue to create that setup, and you're keep bringing that into existence. And that's why it keeps happening, because you're not changing any routines, you're not doing anything differently, you're doing the same patterns. And we got to get out of that concept. We got to get out of that. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you might slip up, you know, or I'm gonna speak for myself. Sometimes, you know, I try to not, like, if I'm having negative thoughts, I'm very aware, and it's gonna take a while before you can be aware of how you're thinking, how you're feeling, like, deeply. When you can really stop yourself when you're having a negative thought, that's not easy to do. And when I say easy, I mean, like, repeatedly through the whole day. Like, one time, okay, that's easy, but to continue to do that throughout the whole day, that's when you're very mindful. That's when you've reached mindful level. And I'm really grateful that I can do that. You know, today I was nervous when I stepped out of my house. Like, I started having this like anxiety a little bit. You know, my chest was just squeezed. I felt like somebody was stepping on it, and it just hurt when I breathed. So what I did, and I'm gonna play the clip, was I was breathing in what I wanted to feel, you know, and then I was letting out what I was feeling, what I didn't want in my body. So after a couple minutes of that, I felt relaxed, ready to go. And this method that I'm practicing right now is definitely helping me out big time. and I'm really glad. Like, I learned this in yoga, but also my friend Jessie, shout out to Jessie, and she has a Spotify account, and I will list her name in the description, but she's fabulous. So definitely check her link out, and she has a very calming, relaxed voice. I tell her all the time. So you would definitely be relaxed listening to her. So check her out. And it's her Spotify is LeoTheLion, so you can't miss it. She got a big old lion on the front cover. Love you, girl. All right. Okay, yeah, so that's the technique that I have been practicing that's been helping me, and I do recommend it to you guys as well if you're looking for some type of techniques to help you out with it, because I know it's easy to hear somebody, but it's hard to, like, okay, well, how do I do that? How do I get to that point, you know? So that's a good technique to kind of practice. And I also just want to talk about the power of negative thinking. So I'm gonna use myself as an example real fast. I'm posting videos every week, and I was working on a big project, and it was just too big to handle on my computer. My computer does not have that much storage, unfortunately, and I don't want to make that investment to buy a computer right now when I feel like now is not the time for me to make that big purchase. So I'm like stressing out. I'm just having these negative thoughts, like, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna meet the deadline, like, I'm just irritated right now. I'm just failing. I'm failing at my goals right now, like, I'm failing. And I was just having these negative thinking, and next thing I know, like, it got to the point where I couldn't even look at the computer anymore. I just had to close it because I was just getting so frustrated, because, you know, I'm in the app to edit my video, and it just continues to say you don't have enough storage, and then it starts glitching when I'm fast forwarding the frames. And, you know, next thing I know, a day went by, you know, a few hours, a day, a couple days, next thing I know, a week. And then that's when I realized, like, yo, I need to snap out of it. Like, what? How did I let one bad day give me a week of bad days? Like, that's when I'm like, yo, that negative thinking is bad for you. There's no other way around that. And when you catch yourself having negative thoughts, that's why I'm saying, like, you have to transform that into a positive thought, like positive thinking, like, you know. And I know it's harder, it's easier said than done, but you got to start somewhere, and you just have to be aware of it. You know, once you be aware of it, then you can practice it more. And that's the important thing at the end of the day. I think that's it. I think that's it for now. I think that's all I wanted to say.